And the Bulls have the lead by 3. I want to go higher. Oh, my goodness.
Welcome to the Let's Talk Bulls podcast.
Welcome to Let's Talk Bulls, your number one Bulls podcast in Chicago. We're going to start it up talking about Coby White and the consistency he's been seeing now that Zach is sitting on the bench. You can tell he has newborn confidence and is ready to take over the starting point guard position of this team full time, and I can't wait to see what will happen next year when he gets the full range to it. Now, when you look at Coby White, this kind of looks like a Tyrese Maxey and James Harden type of situation. When Harden left, Maxey had a chance to step into the star role and show what he was about. I think the same thing is going to happen for Coby White the rest of this season, and I think we're only going to see him get even better next season once he fully gets the reign without a Zach LaVine. Now, with that, there are some things he still needs to work on. He's been working a lot on his passing, his IQ. He still makes the occasional mistake on who to pass to in certain situations, but seeing him really focused on trying to learn those things has helped us really see that he does want to be a star for us. He also talks a lot about how he's constantly trying to improve his game and see what he can learn. And I think that next year we're going to see a big blossoming from Coby White when it comes to not only his offensive game, but also his defensive game. He seems to really be making sure that he gets both packed down and ready to go. Now, a person who Coby's been helping is Patrick Williams. We saw last game, Coby had an open lane to the basket, and he drove and threw the ball up for a oop for Patrick Williams to help Patrick keep that aggression going and also that consistency that he's been seeing the last couple of games. Now, Patrick's biggest issue at the start was that he was not consistent and he wasn't showing any aggression. He would often phase out into games, and now you can see that he is in the game 100%. Defensively, he's active, guarding players like Giannis, guarding players like Brook Lopez, and really putting it down and making sure that he's guarding players like Zion Williamson. This is the type of Patrick we remember, the defensive Pat who can lock down players, make it harder for them, and really show us how strong he is on the defensive end. But now we are starting to see the offensive side of that blossom as well. Patrick Williams has been showing a consistent jump shot, hitting more threes, as well as now he's taking people off the dribble and backing smaller players down in the post. And we can continue to see this growth from him. The sky is the limit to what he can do with his strength and power. And like I said a little bit earlier, the biggest thing I love seeing about it is his emotion. For the first time, we're seeing Patrick look like he loves to play basketball. And there's nothing better than seeing a young player on your team starting to grow, starting to show consistency, and looking like he loves to be in the team that he's on. That takes me to Ayo Dosunmu. But before we get to Ayo Dosunmu, if you are loving what you're seeing, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you're notified when I drop these videos. Ayo has been doing wonderful. Chicago born and raised, he's killing it on the floor right now, and you can see that he has found his niche. That fast break mentality that he has is second to none right now, and he's attacking everyone. He doesn't care if it's Giannis back there, Zion back there, Brook Lopez back there. He's going at you, and that's what you want to see. I do think Ayo has a chance next year once Zach is traded, depending on the pieces we get, to maybe be our starting shooting guard or even our first man off the bench as our backup point guard to take over for Coby White when he needs a break as well. But this team right now with the three of these players has been looking absolutely wonderful. Ayo also is not missing the open layups he was missing before. He's starting to make those go down, as well as really trying to get aggressive on blocking players and getting more rebounds. Taking from what Lonzo used to give us, Ayo is out here getting rebounds each and every game, fighting on the offensive boards, and that is amazing to see from your point guard. That takes me to the last thing we're going to talk about today, and that is DeMar DeRozan. He came back last game and honestly didn't look bad. Now, when he started, our biggest concern was, is he going to keep playing the same type of offensive basketball we've seen the team play while he was out? Fast-paced, moving the ball, off-ball diving, off-ball screens, getting open and passing to the open man. And honestly, to start the game, it seemed like he was kind of not doing that, iso-balling, slowing the pace down. But as the game progressed, he really started to keep changing. He was looking for the young players, getting them open shots. He was diving faster and faster on the fast break to get downhill. And then during the fourth, he took over again like usual. And if the Bulls can get a DeMar DeRozan who is looking for his teammates, is distributing, is being more offensive-minded, not only for himself but for his teammates, and still keep the DeMar DeRozan in the fourth quarter who can take over a game and become a killer, that would do wonders for this team, especially without having a Zach. With that, we do have to see what's going to happen with Zach when we trade him. Who are we getting back? How are they going to fit into this team? But from where it's looking right now, the Bulls have a young core that is ready to start showing what they're worth, as well as a star in DeMar DeRozan who is looking to adapt his game to what is currently working. With that, leave down in the comment section how you guys feel about this new offense. Do you think the Bulls are going to continue to keep this same style of offense, or do you think they're going to change it and go back to what wasn't working? With that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Peace.